Yes, we are making Caesar salad, but this is not your average Caesar salad from the restaurant. This is the real deal homemade stuff. So stay tuned. Let's cook. Caesar salad is one of my favorite things ever, but unfortunately, as it happens with so many dishes that are so popular, they show up in every restaurant. So there are 1,000 variations, and you know what? Most of them, honestly, are not that good. But we're gonna solve that today. For one thing, the original salad was always prepared, and still is, prepared tableside. Sometimes in restaurants I wanna order, but I dread getting this almost frozen plate of a pre-prepared salad that have been sitting in the fridge for an hour or two, maybe 3. Has this happened to you? Another thing that the Caesar salad has is anchovies. A Caesar without anchovies is not a Caesar. But because most people think they don't like anchovies or they actually don't like them, most restaurants are not even using them anymore, which is a travesty. And here's a nice piece of trivia. You may think, as I did many years ago, that a Caesar salad is an Italian thing. It's not even an American thing. It was actually created in Tijuana, Mexico, by an American who owns a restaurant by that name, Caesar's, in the 1920s. And it became so popular that he had to replicate it as he did the first time, just tableside for his customers. In fact, the restaurant is still there preparing those tableside Caesar salads. So even though the real Caesar salad is prepared tableside, today we're using a food processor. And that is just for simplicity. So you can prepare the dressing in advance, have it ready when your friends come, and you can do the rest tableside. This one is gonna be one that you wanna learn, believe me. So stay tuned. Remember that cooking is always about ingredients, time, and temperature. And if you pay attention to all these 3 things, you're gonna have consistent results every time. But first, we're gonna get organized. The French call this mise en place. And all mise en place is having all the ingredients and the tools that you need right in front of you. Mise en place is less stress. Let's prep. For a couple of servings, we'll need 1 head of romaine lettuce. We're gonna wash the leaves and keep them whole. For the croutons, we're gonna need 1-day-old bread, crust removed and cut into 1-inch squares, plus olive oil and salt and pepper. For the sauce, we'll need 1 egg yolk, about 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 3 whole anchovies, half a garlic clove. We're gonna mash it. In fact, I'm using the microplaned. 1.5 tablespoons of Parmesan Reggiano, 1.5 tablespoons of good quality olive oil, half a cup of your favorite neutral tasting oil, 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 to 3 tablespoons of water for thinning out the sauce, and salt and pepper to taste. And for serving, we're gonna have some extra shaved Parmesan, 2 or 3 whole anchovies, which are optional if you want them, and freshly cracked black pepper. First, we're gonna coat the bread with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Mix well and put them in a 375-degree oven for about 8 minutes. Now be vigilant because croutons can burn very easily. Place all the ingredients except the oil in a food processor. Process everything together and start slowly adding the oil. And you're gonna add some water to make sure the consistency is what you want. It needs to have a thick sauce consistency. This is not mayonnaise, even though it is prepared the same way. We're gonna gently coat the leaves and the croutons with the dressing, being careful not to break them. We're gonna arrange the dressed up leaves on a plate, put a little extra sauce if you need it, put some extra Parmesan cheese and fresh black pepper, and serve it immediately. Finally, my favorite moment, taste test. You saw this, right? You saw how beautiful this is. This is not your average restaurant Caesar salad. This is a labor of love. This is everything fresh, made right now. And you know what? I can't wait, so let me taste it. Look at the crouton. Can you hear that crunch? It's a nice balance of everything. Very creamy, but it's got acidity, right? So it balances that creaminess. It doesn't feel oily. The leaves are crispy. So much, this is like comfort food for me, probably for you too, right? This is such a known dish. And like I said, there are 1,000 versions of this, but this one is solid. It's something you can make at home. You can make the sauce in advance, the dressing, and just kind of dress it tableside once your family and friends get to your house. I'm telling you guys, what a satisfying dish. Hard to shame that I'm tasting by myself. Joanna's not here with me today, but if she was here, she'd be doing a yummy dance. It's yummy, it's yummy, it's yummy, it's yummy. Caesar, Caesar, Caesar salad. Oh, thank you, Mr. Caesar. You nailed it. 4 things. Subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, and cook it. There's not even cooking here. You're basically prepping and mixing things. The only cooking here, the croutons. So this is a fantastic weekend lunch, an appetizer for a nice meal. Next week, we have another awesome show for you. So come back and see us.